Howdy. So I saw the Adjustment Bureau yesterday, and it was okay. I'm going to give it a 7, just out of pure heart and effort. And I think it was just had a little bit more intelligence than your average summer blockbuster special effects driven vehicle. Stars, or I'll tell you what it's about. It's about a man and a woman who keep bumping into each other. And apparently, they're not supposed to be together. They have their own great destinies apart from each other. And if they stay together, they ruin both their destinies. And also ruins the plan, which is kept in place by the Adjustment Bureau. And they are supernatural, cosmic entities who are never really revealed too much. They work for a higher power they refer to as the chairman. The chairman wrote the plan, and it's the Adjustment Bureau's job to keep every part of that plan in check. And everyone is a part of the plan. And they have to keep this couple apart, and fate keeps bringing them back together. So it's very much a headache for the Adjustment Bureau. Stars Matt Damon, Emily Blunt, who else is in there? Terrence Stamp, the fellow from Mad Men, the one, John Slattery. I really like him. All the acting is very good, believable. I think the reason I'm not giving it a higher score than a 7, it's complicated, silly at times, kind of unravels by the end of it. A lot of rules, a lot of questions without many answers. One thing I do admire about the film, and maybe the reason I'm giving it a 7 and not a 6, is that it was produced, written, and directed by one guy. I can't remember his name. I'm not familiar with his name. But I like the thought of a cohesive vision and taking a vision from your mind to the screen. I think that's very admirable, and at least it may not be the best thing in the world, but it's the artist's vision, and I think that's important to note. All the acting is very good. It's adapted from a Philip K. Dick short story. And again, I think they have to expand about it quite a bit because it does get pretty silly at the end. One thing that still sticks in my craw about it is, again, the Adjustment Bureau are, supernatural beings. They, for all intents and purposes, work for God and are angels. They even make a reference to that. They go by many names. And the whole inciting incident in this story happens because one of these near omnipotent, supposedly immortal beings falls asleep. And the inciting incident is one of these powerful beings napping and not doing his job. And then all of a sudden, shit hits the fan. So I was like, okay. There's, again, lots of questions that are never answered. rules keep on piling up. They're like, okay, the doors means, they go through doors and they're in other parts of the city. Doors lead to other doors, and you're supposed to turn the knob, not clockwise. Apparently, if you turn any doorknob counterclockwise, something bad is going to happen. And you have to be wearing a hat. The hat permits you from going through the portals. Again, silliness. I will say the one thing I do admire about this film is it's really a love story. Between Matt Damon and Emily Blunt, their chemistry is very good. I like the scenes with them together. Very believable together. And that's really what the movie is about. Two people wanting to be together, and God itself keeping them apart. And yet love finds a way. So the romantic in me likes that. That's pretty much it. There's no fate of the world. There's no big risk. There's no global risk or the unraveling of reality. It's just two people wouldn't be together, and if they're not together, then one will be president and one will be the world's most famous dancer. And if they're together, then they're nothing. They're together, but they're nothing. They won't influence the world. And again, they want to be together. So I enjoyed that. That it's really just basically about God keeping two people apart. But is it? So, again, I thought it was enjoyable. Very well shot. Movie looked good. It's definitely a statement from the director. I like that. All the acting's very good. Terrence Stamp is always excellent. I love Terrence Stamp. He doesn't have to do much here, but stand and look icy. But he's good here. Again, an okay movie. I think if you can see it on the screen, you should. But it's definitely a good rental. I'm recommending the film. It's not great by any means, but it's not terrible. Just silly. But love is often silly, and will make you do silly things. And again, the movie is about love. It's a love story. You may not realize that. You may think it's a sci-fi action epic. It is not, by any means. So, that's about it, I guess. That's the Adjustment Bureau. It's a 7. Quality watch. I recommend it. You can wait till video if you want. But it's definitely a good time. Good watch. Alright, thanks. Bye.